Snow taps lightly on the window pane. Boots lined up by the door. Mama hums an old hymn low, same one she sang before. The shadows dance on wooden walls, a fire breathing slow. Every crackle tells a story only families know. Time don't rush us in this room, it learns to wait its turn. Family gathered by the hearth, hands are wrapped around the flame. Years fall quiet for a while, nothing feels the same. Every laugh, every scar, every heart that's been apart finds its way back home tonight. Family gathered by the hearth. Grandpa clears his throat to speak and smiles instead of words. Kids lean in like it's a song they've somehow already heard. Old regrets hang in the air and drift up with the smoke. Even silence feels forgiving every time a story is spoke. Family gathered by the heart, close enough to feel the truth. Some chairs are empty, still they stay in the spaces we all know. Love don't leave when names fade out, it just learns to glow. Ever made still echoes right in here. When the world feels cold and hard, we remember who we are, just souls warming one another. Family gathered by the hearth. The fire burns low, but not our heart. There's a weight in my pocket I don't need to win, still keeps count of another kind of time. Scratched up silver chain worn thin, held more years than it ever did skin. Every second sounds like his breath, still teaching me how to live with what's left. Dad's pocket watch ticking, slow and true, keeps on moving like he always knew. Every tick says, son, don't stop, even when the hands don't wanna talk. Sunday suit, same old tie. He checked the time before he said goodbye. Never rushed, but never late. Showed me patience was a kind of fate. I hear it late when the house won't sleep. little sound keeps time with me. Dad's pocket watch ticking on my chest marks the moments I loved him best. When the world won't wait or stop, I trust the rhythm that he taught. Hands get shaky, years run fast, trying to hold on to what won't last. But time ain't lost, it just moves on like his voice in an old work song. Dad's pocket watch ticking, steady and kind, keeps his heart close to mine. When my days feel wound too tight, I slow down and I get it right. Still counting time, still keeping him near. Mud on the floor, dust in the air. Some things never move, oh, still move. They're still sitting by the doorway, toe to heel. Cracked brown leather, every scar is real. Work the fields, fix the fence, walked every mile. Those boots carried more than just his style. Dad's old boots by the door, still pointing toward the dawn. They taught me how to stand my ground even after he was gone. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. Dad's old boots by the door. He never said much, let his hands do the talk. Taught me right from wrong on a gravel walk. Sunday mornings, coffee strong and black. Life lessons in the quiet things he lacked. I chased the world, wore brand new shoes, but they never fit like his worn out truths. Dad's old boots by the door, seen more nights than I can name. Stood through storms, hard times, wars, never once complained. If I could walk half as strong as he walked before, I'd fill Dad's old boots by the door. Now the house gets quiet when the sun goes down, but I swear I hear him moving around. Every creak, every shadow on the floor feels like he just stepped out once more. I tried them on once, they were too big for me. Guess some shoes take a lifetime to be. Dad's old boots by the door, holding time in place. Every step I take, I feel that strength I try to chase. One day I'll leave mine right there on the floor, next to Dad's old boots by the door. Leather worn, love passed down, still waiting by the door. Morning sun through lace curtain seams. Coffee hums like an old-time dream. Floor on the counter, radio sings. I grew up holding Grandma's apron strings. Grandma's apron strings tied to my past. Lots of love that always lasts. When the world pulled hard on me, I held tight to what I used to be. She patched my jeans, wiped my tears, told me stories about better years. Said, boy, life bends, but don't you break. With a smile only heaven could make. Every prayer she whispered low still walks with me wherever I go. Grandma's apron string, worn and kind, stitch my heart one seam at a time. Even now when I drift and roam, those apron strings pull me home. Now the kitchen's quiet, chair don't creak. No cinnamon air, no gentle speak. But love lies don't disappear. It just lives deeper every year. Grandma's apron strings, camera bound, still wrap this boy when I'm feeling down. I may be grown, but truth still rings. I'm forever tied to Grandma's apron strings. Time may cut most earthly things, but not Grandma's apron strings. Mama's blue dress swayed in the room like summer air and Sunday hymns. Every memory I hold on to still smell like rain and cheap perfume. Closet door with a broken hinge, and that dress hanging like a promise kept. She wore it then, but wore it proud, even when times were tight as breath. Church bell ringing, gravel lot, she smoothed the wrinkles I never saw. I learned grace from the way she stood, head held high, back straight, heart soft. She never said much, spoke loud in every task. Mama's blue dress, faded seams, held together our broken dreams. Every fold, every thread carried the prayers she never said. Now that dress is gone, just photographs, edges curl, colors crack. But when the world feels cold and cruel, I still see blue and I stand back up. Laundry line in the afternoon, wind telling stories it always knew. The dress stands slow above the ground, like mama's love without a sound. Mama's blue dress, memory deep, taught me strength I still keep. If heaven keeps all things at last, I know she's wearing blue at last. Yeah, mama's blue dress, still walking with me through the past. By candlelight the world slowed down, shadows danced in a quiet town. One more page then off to sleep, promises mama knew how to keep. Curtains breathing with the night, crickets humming just outside. Her voice would rise and softly bend. Every story had a friend, she'd say, listen close, don't rush the end. Some good things fade so they can mend. Fairy tales and front porch truth, lessons wrapped in make-believe proof. Kings were kind, the brave felt fear, just like folks we love back here. Candle drip like borrowed time, wax fell slow with every line. My eyes grew heavy, heart grew wide, safe inside her voice that night. By candlelight she tucked me in between the now and where I'd been. Every word a prayer she said, long before I bowed my head. By candlelight I still can hear those bedtime truths she held so dear. Life gets loud but when I'm weak, her stories still teach me how to sleep. The candle's gone, but the story stays. Grandpa's tractor by the barn, paint chip blue still standing strong. It don't run but it remembers every mile that made us who we are. Dust will rise with the morning sun. Crows on the fence line waiting. Grandpa tip his hat to the sky. Said, boys, this land ain't patient. I'd ride along on that metal seat. Hands too small for the wheel. Lunch pail by the fence post. Thermos warm with tea. He talks slow about weather and time, like they listen carefully. Barn doors creak like they knew his name. Every board had a say. He said, son, hard work stays longer than the shine on a brand new thing. Grandpa's tractor by the barn, rust and stories side by side. It plowed through years in hungry ground. Never once asked why. If you listen close on a quiet farm, you can hear that engine hum. And Grandpa's tractor by the barn. Now the fields grow wild in places. His boots don't mark the floor, but when the wind hits that old tin roof, I swear I hear him start her once more. Grandpa's tractor by the barn, still teaching me what lasts. Some things don't need to move at all to pull you through the past. I park my worries where he parked his arms, by Grandpa's tractor by the barn. Yeah, that old machine still runs on love. Screen door slamming, barefoot feet, sweet tea dripping in the summer heat. Mama humming some old time tune, sun hanging low like a yellow moon. There was laughter in the summer kitchen, echoes off them faded walls. Flower on hands, jokes in motion, love louder than the radio calls. Yeah, time stood still in that old room with laughter in the summer kitchen. The table scarred from 1,000 nights, stories told by porch light. Grandpa joking, kids talk back. Burnt cornbread, nobody cared about that. If you listen close, you can still hear all those years still right here. That laughter in the summer kitchen rolled like thunder, soft and kind. Every crack in those old floors held a piece of better times. No riches there, but we were rich with laughter in the summer kitchen. Now it's quiet, just a ticking clock. Dust on jars, doors still locked. But every time I close my eyes, that room comes back alive. There was laughter in the summer kitchen, more than noise, it was a prayer. Held us close through leaner days, taught us how to love and share. Yeah, the house grew old, but we didn't miss nothing, with laughter in the summer kitchen. If heaven's got a room like mine, I hope it sounds just like that time. Laughter in the summer kitchen. Bible on the table, pages worn but never old, names written by hands long gone, still teaching hearts and holding souls. Morning light through lace curtain lines, coffee cooling, ticking time. Mama hums a Sunday tune, dust floats slow in a quiet room. That book's been there since I was small. Birthdays marked in faded ink, promise is stronger than we think. Grandpa's name, a careful pen, beside the words amen. Family Bible on the table, between the salt and pepper stand. More than words in leather bound, it's the story of who I am. Across the states, but every road that brought me home led me back to what I'd known. Mama's hands a whispered prayer, Dad stood quiet, bowing there. No big sermons, no demand, just faith resting where we stand. Family Bible on the table, still waits for me at day's end. When my hands are tired and weak, I read it like an old friend. If I leave this world someday, let it say I tried my best, put my name beside theirs in that Bible on the table. Basket full of apples on the kitchen table, still warm from the sun outside. Mama laughs, says take the bruised ones first. Daddy nods with that quiet pride. It ain't much, but it's more than enough in that house built on honest love. Yeah, I felt whole and true with a basket full of apples, me and you. Dirt on boots by the back door frame, wind chimes singing our family name. Orchard rows in a borrowed truck, counting blessings, not counting luck. Red or green, sweet or small, everyone had a story at all. Sticky fingers, a pocket knife, learning patience, learning life. Mama said don't waste a thing, even the sour ones still can't sing. A basket full of apples in the afternoon light, shadows long on the floor. We'd eat till the sun gave up the fight, still reaching back for more. No silver spoons, no golden plan, just open hearts and working hands. Yeah, that's where I learned my truth, from a basket full of apples shared with you. Now I'm older, roads are wide, different towns, the same inside. When the world feels sharp and fast, I taste that fall from the past. Funny how something simple stays long after youth has slipped away. Not the apples I remember best, but who I was when life felt blessed. A basket full of apples on a wooden chair. Time paused in that room, Mama's voice and Daddy's stare taught me what love can do if heaven's just a place we knew. It smelled like fruit in the afternoon, yeah, I still believe it's true. It starts with a basket full of apples shared with you. Just apples and home. She never said the number, just the words. I've read it in 1,000 books, underlined, explained, mistook, but none of it ever looked like her voice. Mama's Bible verse wasn't written, it was her, in the way she loved us first at home. Supper cooling, windows cracked, screen door humming, welcome back. She'd say it soft like that, amen. Faith don't shout, it stays. Mama's Bible verse, read me right when I was hurt. wandered far from wooden pews, lost the way I thought I knew. Still her words came breaking through somehow. You're not a mole. Mama's Bible verse, Mama's Bible verse lives between the lines I've learned. Every time I try to serve love, the lights go low, the house goes still. I hear it still. Morning sun through lace curtain seams, coffee hums like an old-time dream. Floor on the counter, radio sings. I grew up holding Grandma's apron strings. Grandma's apron strings tied to my past, knots of love that always last. When the world pulled hard on me, I held tight to what I used to be. She patched my jeans, wiped my tears, told me stories about better years. Said, boy, life bends, but don't you break, with a smile only heaven could make. Every prayer she whispered low still walks with me wherever I go. Grandma's apron string, worn and kind, stitched my heart one seam at a time. Even now when I drift and roam, those apron strings pull me home. Now the kitchen's quiet, chair don't creak, no cinnamon there, no gentle speak. But love like hers don't disappear, it just lives deeper every year. Grandma's apron string, heaven bound, still wrap this boy when I'm feeling down. I may be grown, but truth still rings. I'm forever tied to Grandma's apron strings. Yeah, time may cut most earthly things, but not Grandma's apron strings. A basket full of apples on the kitchen table, still warm from the sun outside. Mama laughs, says take the bruised ones first. Daddy nods with that quiet pride. It ain't much, but it's more than enough in that house built on honest love. Yeah, life felt whole and true with a basket full of apples, me and you. Dirt on boots by the back door frame, wind chimes singing our family name. Orchard rows and a borrowed truck, counting blessings, not counting love. Red or green, sweet or small, everyone had a story at all. Sticky fingers, a pocket knife, learning patience, learning life. Mama said don't waste a thing, even the sour ones still can't sing. A basket full of apples in the afternoon light, shadows long on the floor. We'd eat till the sun gave up the fight, still reaching back for more. No silver spoons, no golden plan, just open hearts and working hands. Yeah, that's where I learned my truth, from a basket full of apples shared with you. Now I'm older, roads are wide, different towns, the same inside. When the world feels sharp and fast, I taste that fall from the past. Funny how something simple stays long after you has slipped away. Not the apples I remember best, but who I was when life felt blessed. A basket full of apples on a wooden chair, time paused in that room. Mama's voice and Daddy's stare taught me what love can do. If heaven's just a place we knew, it smelled like fruit in the afternoon. Yeah, I still believe it's true. It starts with a basket full of apples shared with you. Just apples and no one. Just apples and home. Rocking chair by the window frame, sunset painted amber flames. You pack that pipe so slow and wise, like time itself would wait a while. Smoke curled up in lazy lines, telling stories without words or signs. Grandpa's pipe smoke memories drifted through our family tree. Every breath a lesson learned about patience, love, and bridges burned. Didn't talk much, didn't boast, but that silence meant the most. Yeah, life made sense in gentle ways through Grandpa's pipe smoke memories. I'd sit quiet at his feet, counting knots and worn out seats. He'd nod once, then tap the ash, like he knew how long things last. I didn't know those simple nights were shaping me for tougher fights. Slow down, boy, listen close. He'd seen fields turn green to dust, lost some things, kept his trust.
worked the land with steady hands. Loved one woman, kept his plan. That pipe was more than smoke and fire. It held the weight of years entire.
Grandpa's pipe smoke memories hung like truth in open air. Said more than sermons ever could about staying kind and being fair. When the world feels loud and fast, I breathe in echoes of the past. Yeah, I still find my way these days through Grandpa's pipe smoke memories. Now the porch is quiet still, no chair rocking by his will. But sometimes late when dust turns blue, I swear that smoke comes drifting through. And in that calm, familiar haze, I hear his voice say, "Take your time, son, stay." Grandpa's pipe smoke memories live on deeper than they seem, in the way I hold my tongue and the roads I haven't run. If wisdom ever leaves a trace, it lingers soft night in a race. Yeah, my compass on these winding ways is Grandpa's pipe smoke memories. Smoke fades slow, but the lessons stay. Hanging on a nail by the door, still shaped like his hands. Dad's work gloves drying, evening breathing in. All the things he never said, resting in them. I learned what love was made of, not in words but callous skin. Time and dirt and honest sweat, worn thin. Mud on boots, sunburned neck, coffee cold, no regret. He'd just nod and sit back down. Amen. Some men pray by doing. Dad's work gloves drying by the light of the sink. Every blister told a story I didn't think to read. I never saw him tired, just quiet at the end of day, like the world had taken all it could. And he let it. The house knew his footsteps by the door, those gloves still waiting, teaching me how to stand. Dad's work gloves drying, just like a man. Nailed by the door, empty now. Morning light through crimson leaves, shoes by the door, dirt on my knees. That old maple knew our name, saw us grow, saw us change. Home beneath the maple tree wasn't much, but it was me. Laughter nailed in wooden floors, love like roots beneath the porch. Mama's voice at supper time, Daddy's hand smelled oil and pine. Sunday bell, screen door slam, life felt safe inside that land. Home beneath the maple tree held our hearts like family. When the world felt fast and cold, that shade was where my soul felt old. I drive past years gone by, that tree still reaching for the sky. Paint is gone, the roof is tired, but the ground still feels inspired. Some homes fall, some fade away, but roots remember every day. If I'm lost or feeling blue, I'll stand where that maple grew. Home beneath the maple tree lives in every part of me. I may roam, I may be free, but my heart stays back there faithfully. When my road feels hard to see, I close my eyes. Home's beneath that maple tree. Smoke curls up like a prayer. I've seen houses tall and wide, marble floors and doors that shine. None of them ever held me tight like this. A cabin filled with love, don't need much to stand. Just a fire, a table worn in hand, pine wood walls, a creaking floor, laughter leaning on the door, snow tapping stories we'd heard before in time. Warm lives here, a cabin filled with love, keeps the cold outside. Every crack just lets the light inside. Years may thin the roof and beams, change the faces in our dreams. Still that room remembers me always. Fire pops off, when the world feels big and rough, I know where I am. I come back to the place that was enough. Embers glow, love stays. Candle for every child tonight, burning soft in the window light. For every dream that's running wild, there's a candle for every child. Kitchen table scars and glue, crayon skies and muddy shoes, little hands that shake with fear when the thunder gets too near. I ain't got riches, I can't explain why the world can be so unkind, but I'll stand here, storm or fire, God in every hope of mine. If the night feels long and cold, let this flame remind them so. A candle for every child, I pray. Through the dark it finds a way, even when the road turns wild. There's a candle for every child. Someday they'll walk where I can't go, carrying truths they'll come to know. If they ever lose their way, this light will guide them home someday. A candle for every child tonight. broken wings and fearless flights. No matter lost or reconciled, love lights a candle for every child. When the house goes quiet and I'm still, that flame keeps burning, always will. Old wood strings hum low and far, live memories tucked in every scar. Brother's hand-me-down guitar, 6 strings warm, but it's mine by far. He was older, played it loud, front porch crowd, feeling proud. I sat quiet, watched him shine, never thought he'd one day be mine. Case cracked open, strings held tight. He left home on a Friday night, said take care of her, don't let go. Didn't know what that meant back then, no. Brother's hand-me-down guitar, smells like dust and summer stars. Every chord still knows his name, every song's a shared refrain. Mama hums when I play slow, Daddy nods like he always knows. That sound keeps the family near, even when he ain't here. Wood and wire don't fade with time, they hold the past between the lines. If I ever lose my way too far, I tune my heart to that old guitar. Brother's hand-me-down guitar, a piece of home no matter where you are. From front porch dreams to who we are, all started with a hand-me-down guitar. I play soft when the sun goes down. 2 brothers, 1 small town sound. Every morning light would find her first, before the kettle sang, before the birds. And she'd stand there quiet, hair tied low, looking out where the sun would go. Said the day feels kinder when you greet, from a window facing east. That window facing east taught me how to believe. that every dark night ends if you wait on morning's breath. When the world feels heavy it leaves, there's a promise in the east. I'd eaten my toast, half listening to her humming old church hymns, dust in the light like drifting gold. That house fell young, though it was old. She'd say, son, start where hope begins, and point to that window again. She said, you can't rush the rising sun, but you can choose how the day's begun. Now I'm miles away on unfamiliar roads, coffee black, radio low. When doubt knocks loud on my chest, I remember how she dressed. The curtains thin, the silence sweet, at that window facing east. That window facing east held a quiet faith in peace. No fancy words, no grand belief, just morning light and steady feet. If I lose myself, at least I know where hope begins. House stands still, but her chair is bare, yet the sunrise still finds its way there. I swear sometimes when the sky turns pink, I hear her voice before I think. That window facing east still shines through time on me. I start my days a little slow, let the light decide where I go, if heaven's got a quiet street. I hope there's a window facing east. Curtains move, morning break, sown with love and time, every patch of peace of mind. From worn out jeans to Sunday lace, she stitched our lives in every place. A rocking chair by the window light, a needle dancing late at night, radio low, hands so sure. She say this kind of love will endure. Small beneath that spread, storms outside, no tears, I said. The quilt new window hold me tight, the winter cold and lonely nights. A quilt sewn with love and grace, every thread still knows her face. When the world feels rough and cruel, I wrap myself in what she knew. Daddy's shirt from long ago, Mama's dress from the photo, brother's sleeve a corner torn, all reborn where love was worn. Some folks leave gold, some leave land. She left warmth in her gentle hands. If love could speak, it softly proved. It sounds like stitches pulling through. A quilt song with love still stays, holding me through changing days. Homemade walls, oh, where you live, it's what the ones you love still give. When nights get long and stars feel few, I pull it close and I'm home with you.
Plates on the table, chairs pulled close. This is where we always came home.
There's laughter around the table tonight, like fireflies caught in warm yellow light. Every joke sounds better, every story gets told, between hands held tight and hearts full of hope. Yeah, the world can wait outside the door. There's laughter around the table once more.
Mama's voice floating from the kitchen there, Daddy saying grace like he always cared. Mashed potatoes, bread passing slow. Time moves softer when we're all close. Little ones laughing at nothing at all. Milk spill stories grow way too tall. Uncle Joe swearing he's heard that before, but he laughs just the same, like 1,000 times more. We didn't have much, but we had enough. Love sat heavy, but it never felt rough. There's a laughter around the table tonight, echoes of years and every smile. Broken days getting mended somehow, when we're sitting knee to knee right now. If heaven's a sound I'm looking for, it's laughter around the table once more. Some chairs are empty, yeah, I see that too, but I swear that laughter still pulls through. In every pause and every prayer, they're still with us, gathered there. Someday I'll miss this simple scene, these voices loud, these in-betweens. So I'm holding tight to every night, burning this moment in my mind. There's a laughter around the table tonight, holding us steady in changing times. If the road gets long and the days feel sore, I'll come
like I did before. Yeah, home ain't walls or a front porch door. It's laughter around the table forevermore. Plates get cleared, candles low, but the laughter still follows me home.
Every square's got a story. Some of them mine. I've worn the miles on borrowed roads, learned how to stand, how to let go. Still I carry what I'm sown in thread. Family ties in the quilt, holding fast, never built to will. Every tear and every quilted smile stays. Sunday colors, faded blue. Mama's hands knew what to do. Needle dancing, humming tunes low. Love don't tear hidden mends. Family ties in the quilt, warm enough for everything I felt. Past and present stitched together still. There's a piece from Grandpa's coat, one from the dress Mama outgrew. I wrap myself in all I know of you. Winter couldn't touch us. In the quiet I feel it lifting. Every name I ever knew, family ties, they keep on living in this quilt. Folded careful by the bed. Crickets hum by the broken gate. Moonlight's thin, it's getting late. Daddy walks with a steady hand, a lantern swinging, light in the land. The lantern glow don't scare the dark, just shows where you are in the quiet. I always know I'm safe inside my Father's glow. You check the fence, count every cow, say sun night listens, speak soft now. Rolling dust on his callous skin, but his voice felt like home tucked in. Every step he took out there. Said love without a single prayer. Father's lantern glow at dusk, cut through fear and all that was. Didn't need much, didn't show, just stood tall in that steady glow. Yeah, the dark learned how to slow under my father's land glow. Now the barn stands quiet and still. The lantern's gone, but I feel him still. When the world gets heavy and cold, I light my way the way he showed. Father's lantern glow lives on, and borrowed light I'm passing on. When my own kids lose their road, I'll walk ahead, I'll be that glow. Crickets hush, night lets go. Still see the path in that lantern glow. Father's hammer, mother's hymn. One built walls, one healed within. Nails and notes in perfect rhyme. Raised a home, raised my life. Sun came up with his worn boots, calloused hands, nothing to prove. Every strike on splintered wood, said a prayer the way he could. Kitchen light and gospel light, soft amen between the times. She sang hope when money's thin, turned quiet nights to faith again. Father's hammer, mother's hymn, strength and grace would meet again. When storms came hard, we'd stand tall, built on love that held us all. I learned right from how they lived, more from what they never said. Work all day, forgive by night. Hold your ground, but hold on tight. If I'm lost and don't know when, which road to take or how to bend, I hear steel and melody, guiding hand still shaping me. Father's hammer, mother's hymn, still keep time to eat. up under skin. I build my days, I sing them too, living proof of what they knew. When my hands shake, when I doubt, I build with love, and I sing it out. Snow taps lightly on the window pane, boots lined up by the door. Mama hums an old hymn low, same one she sang before. The shadows dance on wooden walls, a fire breathing slow. Every crackle tells a story only families know. Time don't rush us in this room, it learns to wait its turn. Family gathered by the heart, hands are wrapped around the flame. Years fall quiet for a while, nothing feels the same. Every laugh, every scar, every heart that's been apart finds its way back home tonight. Family gathered by the heart. Grandpa clears his throat to speak and smiles instead of words. Kids lean in like it's a song they've somehow already heard. Old regrets hang in the air and drift up with the smoke. Even silence feels forgiven every time a story is spoke. Family gathered by the heart, close enough to feel the truth. Some chairs are empty, still they stay in the spaces we all know. Love don't leave when names fade out, it just learns to glow. Souls warm in one another. Family gathered by the hearth. The fire burns low, but not our heart. There's a weight in my pocket I don't need to win, still keeps count of another kind of time. Scratched up silver chain worn thin, held more years than it ever did skin. Every second sounds like his breath, still teaching me how to live with what's left. Dad's pocket watch ticking, slow and true, keeps on moving like he always knew. Every tick says, son, don't stop, even when the hands don't wanna talk. Sunday suit, same old tie. He checked the time before he said goodbye. Never rushed, but never late. Showed me patience was a kind of fate. I hear it late when the house won't sleep. Little sound keeps time with me. Dad's pocket watch ticking on my chest marks the moments I loved him best. When the world won't wait or stop, I trust the rhythm that he taught. Hands get shaky, years run fast, trying to hold on to what won't last. But time ain't lost, it just moves on like his voice in an old work song. Dad's pocket watch ticking, steady and kind, keeps his heart close to mine. When my days feel wound too tight, I slow down and I get it right. Still counting time, still keeping him near.
Mud on the floor, dust in the air.